everyone! I'm Tony from Quiltoni, and you're probably like, wait, what was that? What was the start screen? What is this? I live stream for a living, in addition to quilting. So, first off, I am the next stop on the Quilt Candy, and I thought I muted myself, but like, wait, what? See, even if you do this for a long time, you still make mistakes. I thought I muted myself, but apparently I didn't. So, first, hi. Oh, Marley thinks I'm live streaming, so he wants to be a part of the stream. So I am the next stop on the Quilt Candy Virtual Trunk Show. So we're going to spend 15 minutes going through patterns, looking at quilts, all sorts of things. Hey, Stephanie! So I have a lovely helper in the audience who is going to be linking some of the stuff I'm talking about. So you don't have to go Google things. You don't have to go find stuff in my post. She's going to put all the stuff in there, and it's perfectly fine. So first off, who am I? I'm Tony. I already said that. I am known as a pixel quilter. So you may have seen some of my patterns. I'm the video game comic book quilter. I also do a little pop culture. Hi, Heather and Andy. Thank you, Andy. It's one of my patterns we're going to talk about. So I have my patterns, of course, in a bunch of stores. You can find them online, all sorts of things. So I'm going twice. Wait, twice? I was fast whenever they opened it up for second signups. So I'm splitting up my trunk show. Today, I'm just going to show you some of the patterns, and I tease I have a little surprise at the end that it's just for you guys. So I'm going to show all the patterns, the quilts, and then the next time I'm going to go is Friday at 7 o'clock Eastern, where we're going to delve into some of my my different pieces, my specialty quilts, my exhibit pieces, the fun things, the miniatures. Miniatures, things like that. So, of course, we get the alarm right in the middle of this, right? So, first off, we're going to dive right in. And like I said, I'm going to show you all the patterns and things. My helper is going to put the links in. And I'm going to go a little quick because I only have 15 minutes. If you have questions, thank you, Ronnie. This is Marley. If you have questions, feel free to stop me. I am not only a quilter, pixel quilter, I also live stream on Twitch. Hence, I can do things like this. Wait, I'm waiting for that one to come up. Come on, pop up. Pop up. No signal. Come on. Right? So, and I can also do things like this. So these are some of the patterns and quilts that we're going to talk about today. And this is what I do on a regular basis. If you're interested in joining me on Twitch, my schedule, hey Tina, my schedule is at the top of my Facebook. So what you're watching right now. And you can see and pop in and join me at any time. Just remember to chat in Facebook, chat in Twitch, just like Facebook. You have to be logged in and have an account. They're free. So that I know who I'm talking to whenever you chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Vicky. All right. Oh, and I almost forgot, things like this with how I stream and what I do. I also teach that as well as quilting. So if you're interested in learning about OBS or streaming or anything like that, I do have classes Sunday afternoons, Eastern time. Feel free to ask questions. Check it out. Okay, ready. Hi, April. Hi, friend Jimmy. Look, Marley, Jimmy's watching. Hi, Penny. All right, so let's take a look at them. So first off, we're going to look at my superhero line. This is, of course, my Magical Girl pattern. Now, all of these patterns you can find on my website as PDF downloads. Your local quilt shops may also carry them. So if your local quilt shop is offering delivery or pickup, see if they carry my patterns so you can get the physical pattern. Or, of course, you can get them from me as a PDF download. So we've got those. So this is my Magical Girl. This one's done in Michael Miller fabrics. The red and the yellow is part of the Fairy Frost line, which I think gives it a little bit of a pop. Hey, Carol! How are you? Hey, Jennifer! We also have, next up, is the Amazon Warrior. Now, Amazon Warrior is one of my more popular ones. This is her. Now, I also like to add a little bit of bling, and I'll show you the bling in a bit. I like to add a little bling sometimes to her, just to make her pop a bit. This is the God of Mischief quilt. Ooh, my chat. Come on, chat. Keep going. Oh, and then of course it unmuted. No, keep it muted. This is the God of Mischief quilt. Oh, fine. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, sorry about that. So, God of Mischief quilt. This is only my second time doing Facebook. I'm used to doing the Twitch live stuff, right? So here's God of Mischief. Here's what he looks like. And we knew that was going to happen because I'm in Canada. So when we get alerts, we get them in English and then in French. All right, so God of Mischief is that. Now, all of my patterns, hi Ethel, how are you? Hey Allison. All of my patterns with the exception of 2, and I'll show you those later, are in lap size. You can always add additional yardage by adding additional borders, or I like to do sometimes a little different and make something Van Gogh and brightly colored. This is my spider web pattern, and of course the spider web. Come on, there we are. Oh wait, he's upside down. You know how often I do that? Sometimes I will go to a convention because I travel to Comic-Cons and I actually sell my patterns and finished quilts at Comic-Cons. Yes, I sell my finished quilts. And when there's only a couple half done because I've sold some, so yeah, you'll see what I mean. So I will hang this one upside down sometimes when I'm at cons. Here is my superhero flying. My O-ring, my O-light does not like him. Now, this one I have just made. I actually made it with a really cool Superman backing. As you can see, it's not quite finished being bound because I did just sell one about a month ago, so I had to remake him. All right, we've got that one. Thank you so much, Vicky. All right, and let's do video games next. Who likes video games? I do. I mean, I stream on Twitch. I have my Mega Android. Here is Mega Android. Thank you, Sandy. I also have my only mini quilt in my line, the Gift of the Goddesses. Now, the Gift of the Goddesses was created, and I'll show you the original on Friday, to help my friend Tamarini's promote one of her fabric lines. So Gift of the Goddesses is the only mini one, and it's actually, the designs are a little bit different than the others. We have my, of course, my Pixel Eater. My Pixel Eater quilt was one of my first ones that we did. There we are. There is that one. My Plumber Hero is probably my most popular in the video game line. Everyone's really likes that Plumber Hero. And we don't want to put him upside down. There you are. And then my Dark Mage. I love my Dark Mage. He's so dark and adorable. It's one of those, oh, look, who's the little darkest of mages? Then, of course, we have our Light Mage, which is the counterpart to the Dark Mage. So we have the 2 different mages. Now, let's say if you wanted to do a mage with green, because, I mean, they could also be wizards. Just change the robes. There we are. Here's my Light Mage. I mean, these are really customizable. All of my patterns are made using stripping. So you actually cut strips. And then from those strips, you cut the pieces, combine strips, and then sew, and it's done. You can make one of my patterns in a single day. Seriously, I have quilt stores that actually use my patterns to teach kids how to quilt. All you have to do is sew a straight-ish line. You don't even have to sew a straight line. On my YouTube channel, I actually have a video talking about how to sew a straight line with all of the tips and tricks and things that you can do to sew a straight line. But you don't even need to sew one for my patterns. They're that easy. Like, really, they're that easy, right, Stephanie? All right, next up. Oh, I I have one more. I almost forgot. I almost forgot my happy puffball. How could I forget my happy puffball? Like, seriously. I don't know how I could forget it. There we are. There is happy puffball. All right, so now let's move on to pop culture. So we've got our comic books, we've got our video games. So let's move to pop culture. So first off, someone had pointed out my lovely Totoro on the wall. His name is Japanese Wood Spirits. He's again one of my more popular ones. I have my most popular saving for last, and a lot of you may have seen my most popular quilt maybe at a show or a pattern or something else. But the Japanese Wood Spirit is one of my more popular ones. That one with the Amazon Warrior and this third one are the big ones. Now, the counterpart to my Japanese Wood Spirit is my Dust Sprites. So if you don't know anime, you may not know the Dust Sprites. You may know the Japanese Wood Spirit, but you may not have heard the Dust Sprites. It's along the same genre of an anime, and as you can see, I haven't even quilted this one. It's just pinned, ready for quilting, because I did just sell one of these, so I had to remake it. Right, so let's do that, and then I have, oh, who likes Doctor Who? You may have seen this one as well. This was my very, very first pattern with my business partner, Craftigurumi. 5 years ago? Has it been that long since we've had a pattern line? 5 years ago. So the British Police Box was the very first one. This is the one where we said, you know what? I wonder if all of these quilts that I make, the way that I quilt, the way that I sew is different than any other way that I've seen. I wonder if I could get my brain into your brain so you can make the things. So this is our test. And as you can see, I changed the background on this one. And this is another one that hasn't been quilted, just pinned. I changed the background on this to a fun character background. So this was super successful. It was very, very well received. And I had lots of people say, no, I can quilt. Because what was happening is I was going to these Comic-Cons and cosplayers would come up to me and they would say, that's really cool, but I want to make it. Where's your pattern? And I went, hence the pattern line was born. All right, so that is that one. Now, the accompaniment to the British Police Box, of course, is the Sci-Fi Evil Robot. For you Doctor Who fans, you know exactly what this is. There we are. There is my Sci-Fi Evil Robot. I have another version of him too I'm going to share with you on Friday that I'm really, really proud of, that I really like. And then, stay there, next. This is my favorite. I am, as you can tell, I mean, this is my home studio. I'm a nerd. I am a big nerd, like a huge nerd. Video games, tabletop gaming, anything. So, of course, I love Cthulhu. And for those of you that don't know what this is, it's based upon a god created by H.P. Lovecraft. And basically, Cthulhu devours the world. And he's so cute in chibi form, isn't he? He's a cute little Cthulhu. He's a cute little devourer of the world. So this is our Cthulhu pattern and our quilts. So if you have any really big nerds in your life, especially if anyone plays Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinders, any tabletop gaming, Warhammer, they know who Cthulhu is. So this is my personal favorite. All right, and next up is, last but not least, my most popular pattern. You may have seen the Happy Painter. So the Happy Painter is my most popular pattern. It is, it's the one that almost every store that I know carries, if they carry my patterns. And this is a very special Happy Painter, as you can see in the light. Something's going on with this one, because this one has been blinged. So all it does is it's using rhinestone genies, and the rhinestone genies actually give it a little pop of bling on there, And this is my favorite. Isn't that adorable how just his hair just sparkles everywhere? The nice thing I like about the rhinestone genies is they are washable. So I can use this as a quilt. All right, so that is my standard pattern line. On my website, in addition to selling patterns, I also sell kits. And all of my kits come with all of the fabric pre-cut. So this is my kit for my spider web. As you see, it's all 3.5 inch and 2-inch strips that you can do. I also have these created by Martelli. So I've got a partnership with Martelli that has created these really, really cool pixel quilting templates. So it's a template set. There we are. It's a template set that actually helps you cut my patterns and my kits. Super cool. And right now on my website, I have a special deal. If you buy one of these, you get a free pattern. Oh, I'm over my 15 minutes. All right, I gotta be fast, really quickly. I also have my retro gaming quilt book, which I've got my lovely huge quilt right here. I will show this to you on Friday. Last but not least, I also have my designing pixel quilts. This is my original designing block quilts. I have this in paper format on my website, or if you want an ebook, it's on Amazon right now. My lovely assistant will pop all those links in there. I actually teach you how to do what I do, how to create these quilts. So you can create it using the stripping method, you can create it using my method, or the 1 pixel 1 block, and even bling it out a little bit. So that is with my book. The block quilts is the paper one that I have here that I can mail it, or the ebook is Designing Pixel Quilts, which is on Amazon. Last but not least, I promised you guys a super cool exclusive thing by being here. Hey, April! It's really, really cool. Ready? Tomorrow, I'm launching my next pixel pattern. It is going to be the poop and coffee. It's not this exact quilt, but it's going to be coffee and poop, table runner, and mug rugs. So launching exclusively on my website tomorrow is your first chance to get these patterns. If you want a pixelated poop pattern, make sure you tune in tomorrow. So thank you everyone so much for joining me. Please don't forget to join all of the Quilt Candy Virtual Trunk Show. In fact, next up, I may have picked this time slot just to be able to say this. One of my best friends in the entire world, Tamarini's, Tammy Silvers, is going to go next. So make sure you click on to Tammy's site at 3 o'clock Eastern, so in 45 minutes from now, and she's going to be doing her trunk show, and she's amazing, and I love her. We also have Jennifer Fulton, Jessica Caldwell, Monique Klein, the Ladybug's Cabin, Heather, who is, of course, here in chat with me, Coffee and Quilts, and then, of course, Mara Quilt Designs. They're all going today. Also, if you want to re-see the ones that have gone tonight, we have a special Facebook group that Tammy has created. You can watch all of these trunk shows in the group, and it's amazing and cool. So thank you guys so much for being here. There's all the links. If you missed any of the links, feel free to rewatch the video or scroll back up in there. I'll see you on Twitch Monday from 1 to 4, where I'm making a bunch of really cool quilts. Or here on my Facebook with another trunk show Friday at 7 o'clock Eastern. I love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, I'll see you again.